We're
Hello. Oh,
live.
here she comes.
Oh, hi, Minnie.
Yep.
She heard us talking.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to book club, Minnie.
Excuse me.
What a way to start.
This is what she's been just chilling back there, sitting on the top of the couch for like 2 hours. And the moment I start talking, she's like, "Who you talking to?"
Oh, can I come in?
Come sit over there. Hi, guys. Michelle's here. Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Mimi.
She just wants to be our friend.
Raimi, you made it.
Hi, Allie. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Allie. Hi, Vanessa. You coming to say hi? Hello. Minnie's joining us for book club. Hi, Raquel.
Hi, Ashley.
And
Oh my
Ashley.
gosh. There's so many of you. Have fun.
I was chatting with Raimi earlier and she was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to book club because 9:30 on a Friday night for a teacher is rough. I was like, yep.
I understand. I'm so sorry, Raimi. I'm glad you made it.
Hi,
though.
Emily. Hello. Oh, you're drooling on me. That's too much.
Ew.
That's too
Hi,
much.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Kyle. Raimi, for me, it is only 8:30 because I'm Central Time Zone. So it's a little bit better. And it's kind of my fault that we're here a little later today. So sorry, everybody. I had something else going on. But, yeah.
Kyle goes places.
He does, in fact, go places.
Yeah,
He has,
does.
that's his like username for other things or whatever. And so anytime people, that's usually his question. But do you go places? And he's always
What
like,
places
yes.
do you go, Kyle?
Not as many as
Hi,
he
Brenda.
probably wants to. Now
With
that we have children.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Audrey. Julie, hi. Minnie.
Yay.
She keeps trying to find other ways around me.
Yeah.
Hey.
You need to go put her somewhere. Where's
Well,
John?
I can't though, is the thing. He's reading Kingdom of Ash upstairs.
Oh, well, that's important, I guess.
Initially he came down and he was like, I was like, "You're gonna read down here?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, I figured you'd want to be close by." And I was like, "What are you reading?" And he said Crescent City. And I was like, "You can't read that while I'm in book club."
Nope. Because he's getting close to the end, isn't he?
He is, yeah. So he started Kingdom of Ash for the week.
Can you imagine he just reads it without you? I will cry.
No, I literally can't.
I'm not even there, and I would cry.
Yeah, exactly, Raimi. He'd start shouting spoilers. He's on, so there's 79 chapters, I think, in Crescent City 2, and he's on 62, 60.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, 62,
he's so
I
close.
think. Yeah, so I told him once he gets to chapter 70, he can't read the rest without me. Like I have to be present,
yeah,
but like ready to record reactions. So he's getting close to that point.
I'm kind of scared. I feel like that's like weird, but like I can't believe it's almost there.
That's why we've been talking about scheduling a live because I made his last the live video public because I need to post what comes after that. So it'll only be like 2 more recorded videos and then we'd be going live for the final one, which is
I cannot wait. I can't believe it's taken him so long to get through the book.
I know, he started it in July.
Jeez. It's fine.
But he's like, he is super into it. He's like really enjoying it and he's loving all the little mysteries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. She's still over here trying to get involved. Minnie.
It's funny.
All right.
But we're not here to talk about Crescent City.
No.
We're here to talk about our October book club book. Whoop whoop. Book club.
Yay. Book club.
In the club. We all fam. funny. Kyle is going places, mostly probably sitting in his office like normal, but he is like sniffling and blowing his nose and doing all that gross stuff. And so he's here in spirit and in the comments.
And in the comments.
He's just not on video. So his voice also sounds all stuffy and stuff.
Sad.
I know.
Okay.
Anyways, so it's just us
Darker
ladies
shade of
tonight.
magic. Ah.
Over
Over the weather.
Obviously, over the weather. Obviously, we are talking spoilers for Darker Shade of Magic, but we are not talking spoilers for the rest of the series, just this book. So just
Yeah.
putting it out there. And then I guess that brings us to our first question.
Yeah.
Just how many stars did you rate A Darker Shade of Magic? Stick that in the comments, why don't ya? I gave the book 3 stars. I really went back and forth on it, honestly, like with my stars. Because I was like, there were so many parts of it that I really liked, but then it took me a really long time to get to the parts that I liked.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense? Like, it wasn't just like a consistent, like overall, like, okay, that was good, 4 stars kind of feeling. It was more just like, gosh, I have to get through this book. And then at some point I was like invested, but it was the beginning part that was at least half, if not more, that took those stars away. So
Yeah.
3 stars for me.
I rated it 4 stars. I really liked it. I ended up doing most of this on audio. I had the ebook too, but I ended up doing like probably 95% of it audio just because I was driving a lot. But I think what helped was that I flew through the first 20% in one sitting. So then
Oh, that does help.
like I listened to it all in one morning, like while I was getting ready and driving to work. So I think that helped a lot with like just getting more invested into the book. So I wasn't like uninterested in the beginning, but it took me a while to be like really intrigued. And then once I was, I felt like it wasn't a book I couldn't stop thinking about, but it did keep me pretty captivated through the rest of it. But I really liked a lot of the kind of components of this book, but it was definitely different than what I normally read.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually have Kyle's star rating. It's on here, but I just wrote he's not here tonight as his answer, so he can put it in the comments. Oh, it's on there. Oh gosh, Kyle.
Out of a possible 5.
That's funny.
Funny.
But I have our Fable like book club
Was it
ranking, which
working?
yes, it was working like literally 20 minutes ago when I checked.
Okay.
So if because I know not all of us are like super good about leaving notes in Fable, myself included sometimes. But if you can, make sure don't forget to like go in at the end. You can leave your star rating in your actual like your like is it just called their library on there? Like
Stats,
whenever
yeah.
you say, yeah, your stats, when you say you're finishing the book, you can leave your ranking, but you still have to go into the book club and share it with the book club. So don't forget to do that. Like you have to like leave your ranking or whatever. So anyways, with the 12 of us that did that, it was a 3.54 stars, which seems to be about what everybody's putting in the comments here with like 3.5s. There's a lot of those. Nobody, at least in Fable, gave it 5 stars. It was all 4s and then a couple 3s.
That's mostly what I'm seeing in here.
Yeah.
I went back and forth like when I first finished the book, I went back and forth between like 4 or maybe like 4.5, but I don't really do half stars.
Yeah,
So,
I don't either.
I
agree with this, Allie.
Yes.
Delilah Bard, 5 stars. Love her to death.
1000%.
I'm pretty sure the next book is about her. Because I don't remember what it's called, but the cover of it has like a female on it. So assumedly that's her.
I figured it would follow both of them, but I'm okay with more Lila Bard. I really liked her.
I love her. I do love her.
Bex, you made it. Hi.
Bex.
How's your Saturday going?
That's so funny. Okay. I guess the next question is just in general, what was your like favorite part? What did you like about this book?
Lila Bard, obviously.
I think we all can agree on that one. She's the best.
I'm, like, really intrigued by and we'll talk about this a little bit more, but I am really intrigued by the magic system. It just kept, like, surprising me, and I liked that it was really complex because I feel like it could be built out a lot more over the course of a trilogy rather than, like,
Hmm.
understanding all the limitations and details of it up front and then exploring more of, like, plot or world building. I kinda like that there's more that I don't know yet.
Yeah, I get that. Kyle wrote Kel's jacket. His jacket was really cool.
It
Just, like,
was
at the
really cool.
beginning to just like, that's the first introduction to the book was this cool jacket, and I was like, okay, I'm invested. Like, I'm here for this." Honestly, just, um, the whole concept of the 5 different Londons on top of each other,
Yeah,
kind of a thing, but he had even said that, because of him being able to travel through all of these, he's never explored any more of the world. So I'm
yeah.
interested in what else is happening in all of these worlds, not just London itself. I have absolutely no idea if the books would continue that, but that would be something like that concept is like just made me think, are there other cities like this? Are there other places? Or is the rest of the world just completely different? And for some reason, there's still a London on each of them or
Well,
whatever.
yeah,
That
'cause
was
he
like a
said they're
big
part of,
thing for me.
different, continents or not continents, but, like, territories or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Lila, like, chooses a ship, so I was like, "Oh, we're, like, exploring some."
Mhm. I know, it's
She's
super
going
interesting.
somewhere. Lila goes
I'd be
places.
into it. Lila goes places at gmail.com. Um, yes. Okay, so then what was the most surprising thing for you in this book?
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
laughing at these comments about Kel's coat.
I'm missing them. I'm just sitting here chatting.
Washing it
Ugh.
must be a nightmare.
Oh, that's true.
And Lila saying, "How many jackets are there in this jacket?"
Alright, so what was the most
Interesting.
surprising thing to happen for you in this book, Connor?
Ugh, for me, I texted you about it at the time because I was like, "What?" And the part of it was that I had to pause, like, right in the middle of a chapter because I was listening to it in the car and I had just, like, arrived somewhere and I was already running late. But this for me, this was the first, like, jaw drop moment of the exploration of the magic system when Lila has the stone. She, like, gets a hold of the stone for the first time, and she's asking Kel what it does, and she's like, "Oh, so I can just make anything I want," and she makes a sword, and then I was like, "Oh, I was expecting her to make money, like some gold or something, because she's always, like, thieving and, like, just trying to survive, and then she makes a whole person, and it's freaking Cal, and he starts, like, doing a striptease. I was dying, but I was like, "A person? Like, that was the first thing your brain jumped to?" And it
I
was.
was like, a not just a person, it was a striptease? That's what we're going with? Uh,
That was amazing.
yeah. And this is why we love Lila Bart.
Yes. I, like, already liked her, but at that point, I was like, "Yeah, she's my
Mhm.
favorite."
Big fan.
Kyle.
But for real, that is basically
Really,
what
though.
happened. Oh, it's funny.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, Michelle just brought up whenever she throws the sword out the window. For me, that was the surprising part. Not the fact that she threw the sword, but that like it infected another person. And then
Yeah.
it would be like we move on from that guy. And then it's like regular story, regular story. All of a sudden, a creepy chapter or moment about
Yeah.
that person like sleeping with someone else and getting them infected, and then that person doing this to someone else, and like all the
Making out
things.
with
And it
somebody
was
in the
like,
street.
yeah, and it was like the weirdest pass along of this like infection and stuff. Part of me was disappointed that the infection just went away, like whenever the magic stopped, and that they called it like what did they say, like the black curse or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
that all those people unfortunately died. Some of them I think I said survived, but still, I thought that that would have been like because I don't think they ever really knew about it. So I was expecting that to be a future, like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden that shows up and they were like, "This is out of hand more than we thought it was," kind of a thing, but it seems like it just kinda went away, and I thought that would have been a really interesting plot point, like, later to be
Yeah.
like a surprise moment type of a thing,
Yeah.
but
Maybe that concept will come back, I don't know.
yeah. But it was still like every time it was happening, I was like, this is still going on. Like, what? All because she just chucked the sword out the
Unattended.
window. Yeah, exactly. Unattended. Magic's just floating around town.
Oh
Sure.
my gosh.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I like this note from Audrey about how having like a central commonplace that ties all of these worlds together allows readers to feel like they understand the environment. But like, yeah, I like that, being able to like add in world building that way, because it is like it's almost like dense world building, but it's also not. Like it felt easier to follow than some other fantasies. I feel like because of that, because it was like still a somewhat familiar like setting, even though all of them
Location
were
type thing.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I had
Speaking
text. Oh.
Yes.
I had texted you at the beginning where I was like, "Have you started this book yet?" And you're like, "No." And I was like, "I'm like 18% and I don't have any idea what the plot of this book is." I was like, "I feel like I've learned about 5 different worlds and that's all I've learned." I was like, it took a while before it picked up in there, but I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. It was still good.
That is true. It
Uh,
takes like 20 or 30% before you really are like, "Oh, okay, here's the mission. We got the thesis statement." Like
I mean, not I mean, c I'm not I don't know if that even is this because, like, we learn all of the world building and him kinda, like,
yeah.
passing things back and forth, and then he gets the, like, stone or whatever, but even that,
Mhm.
like, I don't feel like it really picked up until him and Delilah met, and they have that moment of, like,
Yeah,
she
that's what I
took
mean,
the
of them
stone
being
from
like
him.
yeah,
Okay.
and then they're
'Cause I
like,
was
"We
like
have to return this to Black London." And you're
yeah.
like, "Okay, cool. We have a mission."
I still feel like that took, like, 40%. Like, it was a lot of the book that I was like,
Oh my
"What is
gosh.
happening? Why what is the point of all of the things I'm learning?" And then finally it was like, "Oh, there it is." Like, it took a while, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, Vanessa, to trust the process. I'm
Yeah.
with it. But
Yeah,
I
and
didn't have a friend who told me that, so it took me a minute.
oops. Well, Rami just said, "I have a friend that has read a lot of V.E. Schwab," and she said, "The lost in the beginning feeling is totally normal, and that I'd either love it or hate it." That's funny.
Mm,
Well, it's so the only other V.E. Schwab book I've read is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and it's been a while. It's been like a few years since I read it, but like very recently just saw someone say that part of the reason they thought the writing was so brilliant was because that kind of lost feeling is like you're supposed to feel how the character feels in the beginning of the book. Like that was kind of
mm,
similar to me between those two was like they've
mm.
just been existing like this. This is their normal day to day and it's like, something's missing or like it's stagnant or they're waiting for something to happen, which I think made me digest this one a little bit easier like going into it
I
expecting
see
that,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, like, having never read any of her books and not knowing any of that
Yeah.
stuff, for me, it was just like, I'm so lost. It took forever. I eventually, like, really enjoyed it and, like, the ending was
Yeah.
awesome and stuff, but I definitely struggled at the beginning. Hardcore.
Raquel, I'm not sure I like feeling lost.
I'm with you, Raquel. Okay, next question, everyone. Which London would you like to live in? Did you have a favorite London if you had to pick one?
Do you have an answer to this, Lauren?
I feel like Grey London, that's the one Delilah came from, felt like, I
Mhm.
guess, the most normalish one to a certain extent, like with just the way that it was just kind of like there wasn't really magic. I mean, there was, but not like just everyone had it kind of a thing. But I think I like Red London, I guess. They had all magic and stuff. I know that there was some creepy weird stuff that we found out in there and stuff, but I don't know. It seemed nice. They had cool parties and whatever. And it smelled like flowers. So that's nice. Mm.
I just liked was it Kella? Was that her name in Red London, the lady who ran the shop
Hmm.
Lila went into? I loved her. I was like, if everybody here is that kind of vibe, then yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I also feel like I without having visited Black London, even though they say that it's, like, really terrible and scary, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I can accurately answer that question at this point.
Hmm.
So, we didn't spend a whole lot of time in I guess we spent the most time in, like, Red London and Grey, I
Yeah.
guess, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I have
Yeah.
theories about Black London, but we'll talk about that later. Do you have do you have an answer to this next one?
Oh, hold on, let me look at it, I don't know. Oh, well, I already kinda talked about that.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll go to the next one after that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sounds great. So did you connect with any of these characters? Who is your favorite character? And then what do you like about them?
Also kinda talked about this, I guess. Sounds like a lot of us are on the same page about Lila.
That is true. Lila is pretty awesome. Honestly, I really liked Kel right at the beginning. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, I don't know if it was just his cool jacket or maybe that he was just kind of like this, I don't know. He felt like a mysterious, I don't really know what he's doing, kind of back and forth, kind of doing some stuff that like passing the stuff back and forth that felt very I don't know, morally gray to a certain extent and just that he um I don't know, he also seemed at the same time to have a very like strong moral compass for himself or like what he felt was right and wrong,
yeah,
you know, and even if he was trying to figure that out in certain times, I don't know, there's something about him that I really liked as far as Kel. So, I don't know. I'm a fan.
yeah. I'm a fan too. I feel like it's maybe this is more of a personal thing, or I don't know, tell me if you have the same problem. Sometimes I feel like especially in fantasy, but also in romance, there will be like one main character that I really like and the other one's just kind of like fine. Like
Kind of like there.
sometimes yeah, like sometimes they don't really have any distinct qualities or like much of a personality other than just being there to love the other person. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if you guys relate to that at all, but I it's kind of nice when like I felt like I connected with both of these characters a lot and I really liked them both a lot.
Yeah, I'm with that. I also feel like I'm just putting this out there. This has nothing to do with this question, but his name is not Kel, right? Because it was like on his
Yeah,
knife, it's like KL.
right.
And so that's going to be some epic
Well, and Holland
reveal
knows who he
later
is
or whatever. Yeah.
or knew who
That's
he was.
who
I'll
Connor.
spill it here later.
Hot take. But yes, I definitely have like I just feel like that's going to be some big epic moment later or whatever. I have no idea what the theory is, but
Oh, these comments, you guys. Kel and Kyle.
Besties.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
funny.
Beck said I liked the barkeeper guy who looked out for Lila and was sad when he died.
Mhm. I was also
Yeah.
sad about that one. There was so many side characters, like, that I felt
Yeah,
like
I guess that's
uh,
true.
that but, like, not just, like, side characters that were just kinda, like, there for a moment, like, I just felt like I knew each of their lives. Like, however she
Yeah.
wrote that I, like I don't know, all the connections of all the I don't know. It was well done from that
Yeah.
Kyle.
And half of them died, so
I know, I was yes, that's true. Well, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I did like
Yeah.
Rye too.
Yeah, I hope to get more of in, like, a future one because now him and Kel are, like, connected or
Yeah.
whatever. Which was, by the way, very crazy reading that at the same time as reading the tandem read and
Yep.
being like, "Why is this happening left and right? Like, is this a trope I didn't know existed, or do I just happen to be reading the 2 books that this exists in or whatever?" But
That's funny.
anyway.
Oh, Holly,
Uh,
that's funny. If we got a POV that wasn't Keller Lila, I knew they were a goner.
oh, that's true. That is a good point. Okay, Connor touched on this for a second, but do you think Holland is actually dead? And do you have any predictions for his character? If not, Connor, does he have eyebrows?
I just feel like he can't be.
Oh, okay,
I
sure.
feel like he can't be dead. It was an off-page kill. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Anytime
he's
you don't see a body, 90% of like they're alive. It has to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Raimi, we don't see him yeah, off-screen death, Allie, yeah.
And just the fact that he's in Tarai, so he can, just go wherever if he has his little, he literally
His
just
token, yeah, we know he
take
wouldn't be trapped.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, Amber and Tarai are hard to kill. Good point.
yep.
Good quote.
And they were kinda like, "Well, he's only mostly dead." Push. Like, they just, like, threw him over into the other line.
He's nearly headless, Nick.
Yeah.
Mostly dead.
Half headless Holland.
Yep. That's good.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I don't know
Some
about, like oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, someone said in here redemption arc. Holly just did that.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like he's I feel like we're gonna follow Lila in some next adventure type of a thing, and next time we see Holland, he's the king of whatever the
Oh,
place that he was trying to be the king. Something like he's also just big and evil and doing the things. I don't know that I have hope that he would be a good guy.
I feel
I
like
don't
his
know.
character because of the little POVs we get, I feel like his character is more complex because I think he knows who Kel is from that one, like, random little moment. I think he know maybe I don't know if he knows, like, all the details about his life, but it seems like he would at least remember even if Kel doesn't. And then the whole scene where, like, the people who own him were just drinking glasses full of his blood, like, I all of
Yeah.
that made me feel like, uh, eh, how much of it is, like, them controlling him and how much of it is, like, his own free will.
Mhm. It's
If that's,
giving
like,
it's giving Reese in Akatar.
a little, but, like, darker somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. Reese went through a
I guess
lot.
I guess we just didn't see any of that on page. We just heard
And it
about
was
it
for
later.
50 years.
Yeah, that's very true. That
Mhm.
is very true.
And we know how that
Yeah.
story ended, so he could be
Love
good.
interest? I don't
He's
know.
the new love interest.
Oh my gosh.
That is
I
very
saw
funny.
somebody say that they thought the twins were, like, good villains, and I also like that comment.
Mm, yeah.
Not, like,
Allie
literally
says
good,
it's
but, like, good villains.
giving Dorian in a collar 100%. It really is though,
Yeah.
because he's, like, bonded or whatever. It's absolutely that. That's it,
I
Allie.
mean
And I don't know how that
oh my
ends, but I
gosh.
know where he's at now, and I'm a fan, so that's all I got.
Big old fan.
Uh-huh. Um, these comments are cracking me up.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. You guys.
Um, what do you think about, Black London? What do you think it's like? How do you feel that we didn't, like, see anything of it? You kinda mentioned it earlier.
I
Just like
know. I think I just want it to be like a Valaris situation so bad.
Yes, that's kinda what I wrote here. I was like, I
Uh,
think that the information Kel has on Black London is a lie. Like, there's already
yeah,
so much he learned in this book that wasn't what he thought was the truth or,
that's true.
whatever, and there was so much like, even just about the stone itself, that it existed, like, any of those things about Black London. I just think
Mhm.
he's gonna end up there, or something's gonna happen with Black London, and he's gonna find out that he
Yeah.
was lied to, it's thriving, and it was trying to save everyone else or something, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna
Yeah.
be, but I have a feeling it's A-okay.
I was also disappointed we didn't get to Black London in the first book.
Yeah.
I kept I kept thinking like, "Oh, we have like 20% of the book left." Like, "Oh, there's only 10% of the book left. We're still not there. Like, maybe the book's gonna end with them landing in Black London or something." And I was like, "No."
I didn't realize this book was a series, and so I'm at, like, 20%, 15%, 10%. And I texted you like, how are they going to wrap this thing up? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so then I'm like, I finish it and I was like, what the heck? And I get to Google and obviously then I find out there's more. And I was like, why do we keep doing this in book club? Who's got time to keep reading these books?
Standalones. Hence the choices for November.
Yes, actually. Exactly like that. Kyle. Rude, but for real, I don't look up books. I go into books blind. And so unless I've seen someone like advertise the book as like a whole series, then I obviously know that. So when
But
we
do you
just
look at the Goodreads? Because that's how I always
no,
you go on
I look at
Goodreads, like right under the title. It'll say like #1 in the blah 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 series.
oh, well, yeah, if I did that. But usually when we're looking up these books, you and I will just go through like our TBR or like we have like a Google form. I don't know if you guys know that. We have a Google form where you can suggest books to us for book club. It's linked in the Featuring Book Club Discord page. But anyways, we'll like look through that stuff. But I don't I usually just look at the star ratings. I'm like, oh, that's a
I
cute cover.
always
Oh,
like
4.5 stars. Here, Connor, this looks like a good one. And you're like, read all the info. It would be a good one. Let's put it on there. And
well,
that's all
I
do.
don't read
So,
like I put a little like one sentence synopsis. I don't like to know anything about the book, but I do look at if it's like part of a series and then I Google the page count because it's rough when we have like 700 pages
yes.
to read.
I was gonna say I have started looking at the page count or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Last year, 2023, Connor, fine. We could read an 800-page book every month. Sure. 2024, Connor,
every
no.
week you are knocking them out.
I was.
You're killing it. But that's okay. I don't know.
I'm still killing it. Just reading less books. Editing more podcast episodes.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What do you think Lila's glass eye means?
I hope she's an Antari.
99.9% sure she is. It's the only thing that makes sense.
It has to
And
be.
when she started using magic, I was like, she has to be an Antari, right? Like, but her eyes weren't that. And as soon as someone says her glass eye, I was like, oh, there it is. Facts.
Yep.
Can't tell
And
me
she's
otherwise.
like, I don't really remember.
Too
like,
convenient to not
you don't
be.
remember it. You don't have a family.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that would have happened though. Like how she would have gone.
They went. Oh, go ahead.
Well, just like, I mean, it sounds like with Kel, they like brought him in and then I don't know if they like wiped his memory or whatever they did so that he doesn't remember where he came from. So like, did someone do that to Lila? And then did she like maybe escape, but then wouldn't she remember that? How did she end up in Grey London? I
Well,
don't know.
didn't they like have like a literal killing spree on Antari and like kill a bunch of them? So my assumption was that someone who cared about her took away
Killed
her
her.
eye. So like literally took away her black eye to
Oh.
hide her and
And tried to make the
maybe
glass eye like
also
match.
and maybe like wiped her memory or something. I don't know. But like did it in a way to like keep her safe kind of a thing. That was
Yeah.
my theory.
Yeah. Okay. I love this. I love when this happens.
This happens to be every book club, every single one.
Oh my gosh. I'm usually like a
Stupid. And if you rearrange the letters of her name. Oh, it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. But she's definitely 1,000% Antari.
She has to be.
Because like I don't know, did anybody else touch the stone that wasn't Kel Holland or Lila? Because like if we had like a known fact neutral player touch the stone and it did nothing, and then it did obviously something with the others.
The twins did, but they were like royalty.
Well,
right, like they had the other half.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the magic just does. Like it works for anyone. I don't know. I just thought as soon as she touched it, I was like, oh, she has to be something, but
Well, yeah, and, like, the
I don't know.
fact that she was able to get through, but, like,
Oh,
Kel didn't
she's
think that
able
was
to travel.
possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then just even yeah, even that Kel was, like, so surprised because we get that interaction earlier of, like, people trying to wield magic who, like, weren't in Antari and they couldn't really do much, but then it seemed like she was able to catch on really fast and do a lot more.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm like
I'm just convinced she is. No one's gonna be surprised whenever we get there next time. If we
Oh,
keep reading.
yeah, this is a good thought from Joanne too. I forgot about this, that Kel talks about his, like, memory erasing.
That he has, like, a scar or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh. Oh, man, okay, these are good comments. We got lots
Mhm.
of people agreeing with this. "It took her eye to weaken her powers."
Kyle.
Interesting.
I don't
Oh
know
my
about that one.
gosh.
Uh,
Like a contact lens
yeah, like, what?
for a fake eye?
That's
Anyway,
funny.
oh my gosh.
Mm. Maybe I
Oh,
like
this
this
is
book
fun.
better now too. I don't know. I feel
Facts.
like I feel like I judged the first book, but I feel like I wanna read the whole series. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really excited to keep reading.
Mhm.
Brother and sister. Oh my
Gosh.
gosh, you guys. Oh, I'm
It
dead.
would be a very Luke and Leia situation for sure.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
mm.
Oh, yeah, and Rye was, like, really flirting with her too, but I feel like he would have done that no matter who walked into the room with Kel.
Allie. We all laugh at Kyle, but then his predictions come true. You're a good great point, Allie. Great
Such a
point.
great point. Oh my
It's
gosh.
funny. I don't know. Yes, Raimi, this is totally it. I feel like I did get really frustrated at the beginning, and then I was just like, "Whatever, 3 stars is okay. I like the end," but now it's like, "Okay, but actually," and now I'm speculating. Yeah, I don't know.
This is kind of like the first, like, book or 2 of Throne of Glass. We'd get to the end and you guys would talk about your overall thoughts, and I'm like, "You don't even know what's coming."
I know, and I
Didn't
didn't.
say that at the time, but
Yes.
Uh,
Uh, okay.
oh, I was about to say
Um,
something, and then I realized it's from the episode that hasn't come out yet, so I will hold my
ooh, spoilers.
this
Is the one
Halloween
you're
episode, though.
editing?
Yeah.
Ah, uh, that's funny. Oh, Kyle. Oh, that's
Billy
funny.
Ivy.
I know. All the books are connected.
I can't. Oh
Uh,
my gosh. Alright, do we have any
wow.
other questions?
Yes, we have one more. Will you continue reading the series? Connor?
Mhm. Yeah.
Just straight up, yes?
Yes. I saw Raimi already started the 2nd book.
Good job,
We talked
Raimi.
about that a little
Look
bit
at
today.
you. Ugh. I really want to. I just don't know when I have time to.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the kind of person that like if I start a series, I'm going to read the whole series before I move on to something else. But I haven't done that. I haven't even had time to get back to Legendborn, and I wanted to keep
Yeah.
reading that. So, I don't know. Maybe because we're
I
doing a standalone in November, I'll have time to feel like I can catch up with the series that I'm behind on now.
and we finally finished the tandem read, but now we're in Throne of Glass, which is just
You mean Kingdom of Ash?
Throne of Glass. Now we're back to book 1.
We jumped all the way back to book 1. We didn't wanna do the end. We wanted to, like, review before
Now
we
it's
got to
deep
the end.
dive.
But we don't know the ending still for another 4 months.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
No, but I definitely want to keep reading. I
yeah.
um, especially after this and, like, having all the, like, talk about Holland and, like, what they're gonna
I
do,
know.
Black London and stuff. I wanna know the answers.
Yeah.
Mm, we'll see if I have time.
This one, I think because I did so much of it on audio, I could see myself doing the next book mostly audio. Like, it's been kinda nice having something while I'm driving. Like, I wanted to stop and take notes, but for some reason, even though the ebook and the audiobook were both part of, like, Kindle Unlimited and the Audible Premium Plus plan, they're not, like, together on the app. Like, I usually open the Kindle app
Mm,
and I listen to the audiobook in the Kindle app, so it, like, highlights as it goes, but they weren't connected for some reason. It wouldn't let
hmm.
me do that with this one. But anyway. There's my
Yeah, don't
tangent
do
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see like with the next one, maybe doing that as my commute book or something, just so I can
My
get into it sooner.
my commute is 4 minutes and I have my children in the car. So it's not when I usually get to audio. I switch buildings. Start at the middle school and I switch to the high school in the middle of my day. So I will start my audiobook before I leave one building and then I'll listen to it throughout my whole plan period and the travel and all the stuff. So
Nice.
that's usually
Yeah.
when I get it done.
Yeah.
Anyways, ooh, Raimi, it's 2 different narrators for the second book. Now I'm even more intrigued.
You know,
Now
we
I
talked
really
about that a little
want
bit today,
to.
and she said she wasn't sure about the narrators yet. Like they didn't seem to
Mm,
fit the character
is it a
as much.
different
And
guy than the first one? Oh, not the original guy.
hmm.
I kinda liked the original guy. I saw that he got some hate at the beginning, but, like, I don't know, I kinda liked his weird voices that he gave the characters. I was kinda here for
I
it.
I ended up liking him a lot, but I didn't feel like he matched Kel in my head. Like he sounded older
Mm,
to me than
sure.
what Kel should have been. But I liked his narration style a lot.
Mm,
Did not like him for Lila.
yeah.
That's fair.
Hmm,
Uh, yeah, I'm curious now though about because I haven't heard of the narrators for the second book, so I'm curious about that.
yeah. I don't know, now I'm interested if there's 2 narrators. That
Yeah.
just seems interesting, but I don't know. Anyways, do you have any final thoughts or feelings? I feel like we just kinda covered those 2. It all kinda
Yeah, we
blurred into
did.
one, but
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know. I definitely appreciate a book that leaves me, I don't know, like, intrigued enough to wanna continue, obviously, but there's, like it felt like this book resolved. Like, I could leave this
yeah.
story and be like, "Okay, cool. I read the story." But I also appreciate that there's more. Like, I appreciate that it didn't end on some cliffhanger that if I don't keep
Yeah.
reading, then I've just missed out on I, like, wasted just the whole book I just read because I can't keep,
Right.
Like, I appreciate that it felt somewhat wrapped up and now it's, like, on to
It's
the
true.
next. I'm sure obviously there'll be some bleed over of different plots and stuff, but mostly the general stone situation seems somewhat, at
Yeah.
this moment,
Yeah, that's true,
handled.
and then they're like, "Okay, well, thanks for the journey," and they just, like, part
Yeah.
ways, and you're
See you later.
like, "Okay, I guess."
I know,
I
but then
am
there's, like, me with the romance side being like, "No one's gonna kiss? You're not gonna, like, tell each other you're gonna confess your ending love for each
undying
other
love at
before you
the
take
yeah,
off?" Yes,
at the worst possible moment.
I know. I don't read non-romance books very often, and so this is me stepping outside of that for me, but that's
I'm
okay.
so proud of you.
Thank you. This
Look at
literally,
you
since
go.
we've started all of this, has been me reading less not romance books,
Yeah.
like the whole beginning of Throne of Glass, and
Yep.
but it's okay. It's okay. We're expanding. We're
Oh,
learning new
Oh,
things.
I'm excited to hear that you guys like the audiobook narrators for the second book.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't recognize their names, but I don't know if that doesn't necessarily mean I haven't listened to them before.
As long as it's not Teddy Hamilton.
That's what I said. Minnie, can I help you?
We play Dungeons and Dragons in Discord every other week, and last night, it was Samantha, and she brought up like, "Why does Connor hate Teddy Hamilton so much?" And I was like, "Girl, I don't even know. She just has this reason. She just has decided she doesn't like him, and I'm
I
just
know
here as
why.
I'm just here as a supportive best friend." She talks about it. I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. He is the worst because you said so. And really, I don't really care. But I'm here for you, Connor.
Oh my gosh. It's because, well, I think part of it is because I listened to so many books back to back to back last year. Like I read 149 books and like 70% of them were audio. And that guy is in everything. And I just
Yeah. He is Zayden from Fourth Wing, Joanne. He is Zayden.
That's his greatest offense to date. I'm still mad about it.
Literally, Connor and I were on our trip for Iron Flame, and I literally just said the name Teddy Hamilton. Connor's like in her suitcase. She's living her best life over there. I'm on the other side of the hotel room we were sharing, and I said the words Teddy Hamilton, and she goes, grrr. Just starts like looks up at me, starts growling at me, and I was like,
I said
okay.
Teddy Hamilton. And now every time I type his name, I type the devil emojis on both sides.
Or the little red face, like
the red
monster
face
emoji.
What? Okay,
so
my
funny.
issue with Teddy Hamilton is that I told Raimi this today. He narrates all of these like hot 20-year-old hockey players in college. He sounds like a middle-aged man living in his mother's basement. Has
anyone here Googled him? Because
it's not cute.
Yeah, we're not trying to like be
not that
hateful
you
on the
have
man,
to be cute
but,
in order
like,
to be a voice actor. That's the whole point. But like,
yes, Audrey, that's the emoji. That's the one. Teddy Hamilton.
But it's not that. It's like he also like just I don't like his girl voice, like when he's narrating and he does the female lines. It's just if you like his narration, I'm so happy for you because he literally narrates everything. I Googled
all caps.
Oh my gosh.
Does he actually look? Oh my God, this is just turning into Teddy Hamilton hate. It does make it worse though. It really does. I have still listened to his books. Honestly, I don't think I've noticed narrators enough for it to be like a thing from when I
That's
listen
what
to
I
books.
mean.
Like it's just kind of like, oh, this guy's voice. Oh, this sounds familiar. You know, it's not something I'm just like, oh, this narrator, I will listen to the book because I like them, or I won't because I don't like them. Like that's never been my thing. But I think this is just your one big.
I know. That's what I mean. I listened to so many audiobooks last year. Yes. That I swear I listened to 5 in a row that were narrated by Teddy Hamilton. And so I finally started to notice. And then now I recognize his voice immediately. And I texted you a few months ago that I started an audiobook.
A book. I know.
I did. I got to like chapter 3 and it switched to the male POV and it was Teddy freaking Hamilton. And I was like, I can't. I have to read this on my Kindle. I can't do the audio.
Oh, that was funny.
On the flip side, I freaking love Julia Wayland. She's my favorite narrator ever of all time, and I will listen to anything she narrates. I would pay her to narrate my life. I love her. I also like Callie Dalton. I didn't like her voice at first, but that really grew on me. It's like there's some.
I like the guy who narrates the fine print. You know, the one with the really low gravelly voice.
Snow. Yeah.
I like him.
I like him too.
His voice comes across and I was like, ooh. It's like cozy.
Oh yeah. And then Zachary Weber, I did not like his older stuff, but his newer books that he's narrated are a lot better.
Oh, I remember
he does the Abby Jimenez. Yeah, I liked him in Just for the Summer. But I think part of it was that some of the female lines were narrated by the female narrator and not him doing the girl voice. Anyway, this is a whole tangent.
Kyle?
Not related to this.
Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up.
Sutton Foster did the Practical Magic books. Okay, well now I want to read those. My friend just read those. Yeah, the Zachary Weber, the way he does the female voices, I didn't like either. But it helps when they like cross narrate in the dual POV chapters. Anyway,
this guy's so off the rails. Oh, I love it so much.
So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. What were we talking about exactly, Michelle? November.
There we are.
Now I need to look up the audiobook for November and make sure we're okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is not Teddy Hamilton. Okay, you do that. I'll read this part. It says, and I read, Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to use the review graphics. We make them and post them on Patreon for you. You can use the one to like actually make a actual post. I think it's easier to screenshot those and even just share it in your stories for 24 hours or do what you want to
Yeah.
do. But don't forget to tag us because we like to see all your things, especially because Connor designs all those and they look cute. And we like to be like, oh, look at Connor's designs. At least that's what I do because I'm not Connor
Thank
and I
you.
just heart all the things. So, oh, Kyle, he got it. Your Teddy Hamilton,
Oh,
your
no.
Ted D. Hamilton talk. That's funny. Anyways, so don't forget to use the review graphics. And then also don't forget to check out all the new merch, speaking of Connor's designs, that she made on the website. They as a featuring book club member, you get 20% off of everything. So don't forget to do that. And check it out because they're so cute. I love them.
They
Hey,
are
and
so
then
cute.
it's green. Kyle was supposed to announce the book, but
Oh.
it's on you, Connor. He's not here.
So our poll ended today. If you didn't see it, our official book for
Drum
November
roll.
is The X Vows by Jessica Joyce, who I think it's a single narrator and it's Kyla Garcia. It's not Teddy Hamilton, so I think we're okay.
The X Vows.
But
The
I'm
book I
super
pick never gets
excited.
picked. What the heck, everybody?
I know, I'm so sorry.
I told Connor that I thought that was some of the reason I was struggling at the beginning of Darker Shade of Magic was because I just had an attitude that it wasn't the book I wanted. I got over it. It's fine. And this book I'm sure is going to be great. But it's never the book.
Oh my gosh. And this is another one where I've read a book by this author before. Like that's what happened last month too. But I loved the Jessica Joyce book that I read earlier this year. So I'm hoping this one is also great. It has really good reviews. Excited to get into it with you guys.
Kyle and I picked is it called Root Bound? I just wanted to read about a cowboy.
Oh yeah.
That's literally it. I was like, ooh, a cowboy. Okay.
Maybe we could put Done and Dusted on the list for December.
Because again, all I do is check out the cover. And I just went,
Yeah.
cowboy. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
And then Kyle was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time in November. And they're all just romance, like rom-coms. And I was just like, oh, then vote for mine. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
Funny.
Anyways.
What did you pick last month? No, I don't remember.
I did the Love of My Afterlife.
Love of My Afterlife. Yeah.
Which is I went out and bought it anyway, and it's the one I'm currently reading on my current physical book. It's sitting on my bed.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm like 30%, 40% in. It is really cute. It's not what I expected. Like it is, but it isn't. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So
plot twist: everyone dies.
I don't know. But we record we do like our monthly reads videos that we do every month and we record on Tuesday. And so I literally was talking to Kyle today. I was like, I'm in the middle of 3 books and I have to finish all of them this weekend because Connor and I record on Tuesday and I want to talk about them. So all I got to do is read this weekend.
That's funny.
So hopefully I'll be done and then we can talk about it.
Yay. Okay. Well,
all right.
Thanks for coming, guys. Yeah.
Look
Thanks
at
for
us.
hanging out with us. This was fun. I'm like I'm even more excited to read the second book now. I'm gonna have to start it.
I know. I've said this every single week that like getting to book club, getting to this moment has always been just like, oh my gosh, I have this and this and this. Oh, can't forget book club. I always forget book club, you know, and like even this today, we pushed it later because we like double booked ourselves basically and ran from one thing to the next. And then I get here and I'm like, I freaking love book club. Why don't we do this more often? Like I know we can't read that fast, but like I just wish I don't know. It's so fun. As stressful as sometimes it is, and I forget about it and all the things. And then I get here and it's one of my favorite things we do. So
yeah. Love you guys.
Yeah.
A Discord chat for the rest of the series.
We can, Michelle. Ooh. Yes, we can.
I don't know how to do that with spoilers, but we should figure it out.
Are they split up into parts? Start.
Can we do like a forum with a forum for each part or something?
I don't know. I was gonna say we should start just like something in book club for all this, like in Petering Book Club somewhere, for like
Yeah.
all the series that we start. And then if
Yeah,
people
let's
want to
do, like, a
continue
forum.
them, you know?
Yeah. I'll add a forum. I'll do it right now or I'll forget.
Hey,
I have ADHD.
you should add a forum.
That's a great idea. I wish I would have
Thought
thought of that.
so too. Sweet. Can't wait.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night or day. Have a great evening.
Yeah,
Beck.
wherever you are right now. It's really late for me. It's extra late for
Yeah.
you. So, good night,
All right.
everyone. We love you.
Bye.